More on May Day, more or less. Last week, Tuesday, was May Day. I instructed you all on May Day festivities, such as the Maypole dance, the Haymarket riot or massacre, depending on which side you were on, socialist parades, and whatnot. I mentioned that it was also the major Celtic pagan holiday of Beltane, a spring fertility festival. Now, most of the old pagan world had their spring festival on the first day of spring, or scheduled it to correlate the spring equinox with a full moon, like the pagan holiday of Easter. The Celts were a bit odd about their holiday scheduling, though. Beltane is about halfway between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. Their other three big holidays were likewise halfway between equinoxes and solstices. All four, in order of their celebration, were Imbolg, which was around February 2nd, Beltane, which if you've been paying any kind of attention, you already know the date of, although it was actually more like on May 5th, Lughnasadh, which was around August 1st, and lastly was Samhain, which is around November 1st. The holidays based on the sun's position are referred to as quarter days. It is in dispute as to whether the Celts celebrated them. They certainly knew about them. There's enough old standing stones and circles with equinoctial and solstitial alignments to show that. The Celts' holidays are called cross-quarter days. Much of the ancient world had their big holidays smack dab on the equinoxes and solstices. These Celtic holidays were based more on the actual cycle of living things. Imbolg, at the beginning of February, was about when the sheep would start birthing lambs. It was also the beginning of the light, bright half of the year. Christians scarfed up this holiday as Candlemas, or the Feast of the Virgin Mary, or of the presentation of the child Jesus. Take your pick. Beltane was when plants really started flowering, trees popped out leaves, and crops began to sprout from the ground. The Christians pretty much left this one alone, possibly because of the poles with knobs on the end being a bit too obvious a metaphor. Lughnasadh was when you first began harvesting crops. This became the Christian holiday of the Festival of St. Peter's Chains. I think the church pulled a real stretcher on that one. Samhain was the end of harvesting and the start of the dark half of the year. This became All Saints' Day, of course. Modern pagans, apparently wanting to make sure they've got all their gods and goddesses' bases covered, make a big shebang out of all the quarter and cross-quarter holidays. Or maybe they just like partying. You may read the text of this on my blog at bydean.com. That's BHAIDIN.com.